and welcome to Chair Yoga. My name is Bonnie, and today I've planned a practice that's going to move through our body in a very dynamic way. So I hope you'll join me for the full class today in the chair yoga, dynamic flow. So we begin sitting in the chair nice and tall. And you want a chair that does not have any arms on it because we're going to turn sideways in the chair in just a little bit. So sitting tall, feet on the floor. And remember, if your feet don't reach the floor, place a blanket underneath or a pillow to bring the floor up to your feet. You want to feel anchored here to earth. And then you just draw your shoulders down your back and breathe in and out through the nose. Drawing that breath deep into the lungs. Nice long breaths here, and then make the exhale just as long so that the inhale and the exhale are even. One more breath here. And we'll begin today with a little face work. So we'll take our two fingers, our pointer finger and our second finger, and we're just going to tap all around the eyes. I start at the temples. And be careful, make sure you're far enough away so it doesn't bother you. And then go up over the eyebrows, just tapping here. You might even want to close your eyes to really feel the sensation of this tapping. And back down, around, maybe below the eyes into the cheek a little bit, and back out to the temple. And then make circles. So pressing gently into the sides of the eyes, little circles here. And again, you can take the circles up above the eyebrows into the forehead, and maybe back down to the temples, circling in the opposite direction. Then come in front of the ears, right where the jaw meets, and just a gentle massage there. Feeling that, and then go in the opposite direction. And then take it down, back behind the ear, lower jaw area. And then take one hand, back of the hand, and gently tap underneath your chin. 2 or 3 times is fine. And then release that. Nice. Take another nice big inhale and exhale. So working down through the body, we'll do a little neck movement, tilting one ear towards the shoulder and drawing the shoulder down. You can even release the hand down towards the floor here, getting a stretch on the opposite side, keeping the chin neutral. And then back up. Make sure that your ears are over your shoulders, and we'll go to the other side. Tilt the head, push the hand towards the floor. And then just hold it there as you breathe into now the side of the neck that you're stretching. Beautiful. One more breath, and then release it all on an exhale. Resting your hands for a moment, let's turn our head. Chin is parallel to the shoulder. And then we come back to center, take a breath, and then exhale, go to the other side. And then back to center. Just gentle head turns here. Just a little movement to work through the neck and keep the whole body engaged through our program today. One more time. And back to center. Other side. And then back to center. Very nice. So our hands are going to be alongside of us. I'm going to come forward in my chair a little bit so that my hands can hang right in front of my chair. And then I lift one shoulder up to the ear and lower it down, and then the other shoulder up and lower it down. Now both scrunch them up and then lower them down. And just notice, we'll do that again, how the back moves here. So we move one side of the back and the other side, and then both sides equally come up and release down. Let's roll the shoulders down now we're back here, and then roll them forward. And then we'll do a little shoulder dance. One up, one down, really reaching down. And then the other side goes down and the other side comes up. And we just go back and forth here in a little bit of flow of the shoulders, upper body. And if you want to lean into it, getting that side stretch going, go for it. And then come back to center and rest and just close your eyes for a moment and feel the warmth starting to build in our shoulders. And then we'll open our eyes and we're going to swing our arms, so be careful depending on how wide your chair is. Widen your arms and just kind of move them. They're heavy, you're not trying to hold them up. Letting gravity hold on to your hands here a little bit. And then we'll use the muscles of the upper back and chest as we bring the arms forward. We cross them and we take them back, really back, and then bring them forward, cross the other arm. Alternate which arm crosses here, and then maybe raise them up to shoulder height. And if that still feels good, up over our heads. Just stay where it feels good, alternating which arm. Let's bring it down, shoulder height, and then down, cross our lap. Good, and just rest for a moment. Now we're going to turn sideways in our chair and come into warrior one. So we want that back foot at a 45-degree angle. So I hope you can see that my foot is down on the floor and pressing backwards. You can even bring it forward a little bit in the chair to get that nice long line in your leg. And then you want to turn your hips to the right and have that right foot on the floor. And the knee is bent and the knee is right over the ankle. You can stay here with hands at your heart or holding onto the chair, or you can bring those arms up once again, stretching through the sides of the body here, and hold and breathe. Nice, nice. And then lift the heart just a little more and look upward, bringing the arms back a little, maybe even turning the palms back a little. And then exhale, release all that effort and bring the hands right in front of your heart once again. And then turn to the front. We're going to come into tree in the chair. So we're going to take that left leg and bend, put the knee out to the side, bending it, and toes real close to the right ankle. Keep the right knee over the right ankle. Feel a stretch right here. Stay here or here. And take a few breaths. Inhale, exhale. And then releasing the hands down once again, turning to the right, coming into now a lunge pose, which is different than warrior one. So now the heel is up and the leg goes straight back. So if you have a little bend in your knee, don't worry about it, but try to get a stretch right here. That's the important thing. Body faces to the right. And again, hands can be on the chair in front of your heart or up, right alongside of your ears, so that we get that lift in the body. Exhale. And now we're going to bring the hands down, bend that back knee in, and then push it straight again. So we're working the back leg here in the chair. If you do this standing, you might be working the front leg as you straighten it. Bend the back leg. I'm making fists here to give the hands a little workout. One more. And then hold here. Bring the hands parallel to the floor. Back leg is as straight as you can make it. Stretching here. And we're going to take a twist. So we're going to bring the hands parallel to the floor and take that right hand, sweep it back, and maybe it touches the chair, maybe it goes all the way back, but you're moving in the ribs, twisting into lunge twist here. Keep the chest long, feet still on the floor. One more breath here. On an exhale, releasing your twist slowly, slowly back to center. Beautiful. Let's turn to the front of the chair now. Sitting tall. And we lift the heels and lower the heels. And we can add the arms here. We can lift the arms as the heels come up. I'm going to turn sideways a little bit so you can see my heels coming up and going down. Just pressing into the ball of the foot, getting a little lift. Maybe squeeze the glutes here as if you were going to come out of the chair. Squeeze the glutes. And down and pause. And now we'll do all that on the other side. So turning now to the left, coming into Warrior One, we extend that back leg. It's out a little bit. The foot is at 45. The body faces to the left. And maybe the arms come up. And we hold here, breathing in our Warrior One. Notice the rise of the energy and that dynamic movement of energy in the body. One more breath. And on the exhale, release your effort. Hands come down, release that back foot. And then once again, turn to the front of your chair. Left leg is facing forward, right knee goes out to the side. Bringing the toes close to that left ankle. Opening, getting a stretch in the inner thigh as we come into tree in the chair. And again, this leg can lift a little if that's something that you want to try for your tree in the chair today. A couple more breaths here. Feel the lift through side body. Feel that dynamic movement of energy all the way up through the body. Exhale, release, and now we'll come into that lunge pose, sending the foot back, this time keeping the heel up, getting that stretch in the front of the thigh. Back leg is as straight as you can make it, and then we come into lunge, and we just hold here, and once again, feel the dynamic movement of energy up through the body, pressing the feet into the floor, lifting up with your muscles all the way up through the body. And then we'll do a little movement here. So make a fist, bring the arms down, bend the back leg in a little, and then push it straight again. And bend. And if you're standing, it's the front leg that bends and straightens. And then stay here in lunge pose. We'll take that twist again. Bring the hands parallel to the floor. And then open with the left arm now back as far as you can go, but twisting right here in the ribs. Hands reaching in opposite directions. Shoulders away from your ears a little bit. And you're lifting that dynamic energy up through the body again. And we hold and we breathe. And then slowly bring the hands together as you untwist, coming all the way around to the front of the chair. And we'll lift and we'll lower those knees and those heels. A little bit of movement here. Good. And then remember our arm swings back and forth, loosening up the body now. And maybe they crisscross right over your lap. Maybe you start to bring them up a little higher. Alternate which arm is on top. Beautiful. Now we want to sit about 3/4 of the way back in the chair. And if you're standing, you can watch the standing video here, but we're going to move the legs into a start position. So we take the right leg out, press the heel into the floor. Take the left arm up and out so that there's a diagonal stretch from that right heel to the left hand. And then the left heel comes out and the right hand comes up. And bring left arm, right foot, right arm, left foot. Let's do it again. Out, 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 out. In, out, out, in, out, out, in. One more time, sitting tall, stretch it out, get into a star. I messed up there, but you understand. It's all about movement, and then in, and sit tall. Good. And breathe here. Sitting back a little bit in your chair again. I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see. I'm going to raise the right knee up, and I can lace my hands behind the thigh or on the shin, and I draw the knee in. And as I draw the knee in, I lift the chest up, lifting those ribs away from your hips, and then we release that down. Let's do it on the other side. Pulling it in, lifting the chest up, making room for that leg, and down. Let's go side to side, in with the right. Exhale, release. In with the left. Inhale, release. Other side. One more each side. And down. Coming into eagle arms here, we sit tall. We're going to take our left arm out and our right arm on top. And then just hold on to your shoulders, bringing the elbows up. You can stay here. We're going to rock side to side. If you've practiced this before and you've got nice open shoulders, you can round the shoulders forward and take the arms into what we call eagle arms, crossing them, bringing palm to palm. Still sitting tall, but we got a little bit of openness in our back, and then a little movement left to right. Doesn't have to be big. Just feeling the ribs sliding one way and then the other. And then open them up, stretch them out nice and wide, eagle's wings. And the other side now, the other arm comes on the bottom, and we hold on to our shoulders, or we serpentine the arms. And we rock side to side, finding that little bit of movement in the ribs. One more, side to side. And then the nice long arms out and down. A little more for the legs. We're going to lift the knee and step out and then bring it back in. If you're doing this standing, stand tall. It's a little bit of balance on that standing leg. And by all means, hold on to the chair if you need it. Other side, out and in, out and in, out and in. And then everybody could join me in the chair for mountain in the chair. Breathing in and breathing out. And now let's tap our toes. Just tap the toes. You can tap one foot, the other foot, both feet. You can tap a little pattern here, whatever feels good to you. Wiggle the toes, and then lift that right leg and circle the ankle and circle it in the other direction. And then let's do that on the left. And then everything comes to stillness, and our hands rest in front of our heart. And close your eyes and just take 2 or 3 breaths here as we balance out the body at the end of our class with the dynamic flow of our breath. And then open your eyes and bow to your body for its fabulous work. Great work today. Thank you for joining me. Come on back. Do this practice again someday. Or there's many others on YouTube. Check them out and keep practicing chair yoga. Namaste.